Assalamualaikum and greeting everyone, especially to Madam Nurfazlin. We decide to choose Proton Holding for our group company case study. This is my group member, which is me, Nur Farisha binti Roslan.
I am Nur Humaira binti Termizi.
Hi, I'm Fazlin.
Introduction. Proton Holding Berhad or PHB, informally Proton, is a Malaysian automotive company and automobile corporation active in automobile design, manufacturing, distribution and sales. Proton was established in 1983 as Malaysia's sole national batch car company until the advent of Bardua in 1993. The company is headquartered in Shah Alam and operates additional facilities at Proton City, Perak. Proton was originally a manufacturer of free-batch version of Mitsubishi Motor, which is MMC product in the 1980s and 1990s. Proton produced its first indigenously designed to Mitsubishi engine non-batch engineered car in the year 2000 and elevated Malaysia as the 11th country in the world with the capability to design cars from the ground up. Since the 2000, Proton has produced a mix of locally engineered and batch engineered vehicles. Proton's cars are currently sold in at least 15 countries, the majority of which are in Asia. Proton was originally owned in majority by HICOM, with minority stake being held by Mitsubishi Group members. By 2005, Mitsubishi had divested their stake in Proton to Khazanah Nasional, and in 2012, Proton was fully acquired by DRB HICOM. Proton was the owner of Lotus Car from 1996 to 2017. In May 2017, the RBHICOM announced plans to sell a 49.9% stake in Proton and a 51% stake in Lotus to Geely Automobile Holding. The deal was signed in June 2017, and since that, Lotus ceased to be a unit of Proton. I will pass to Farisha to explain about the problem.
Thank you, Humaira, for the brief introduction of Proton. Now I will talk about the problem in Proton operation system. First is because the ineffective management in human resources. This is because the employees are given a lower salary and allowance, and this will make them feel unhappy. This will make them give a poor performance toward the company and lead to many defective products and services. Also, most employees and staff hired by management lack of skill and information about the product and the business. Besides, the management is unable to provide sufficient training to the employee, particularly in sectors that involve the manufacture of vehicles, such as the fixing of spare parts for cars, testing the car performance, and others. From here, we can see that the human resource management of Proton is not ethical enough to recruit, manage, and supervise workers in the right way, which result in defect of the goods and services. Second problem is product quality that happens in Proton. Several faults arise on the part of the car itself, which is central to the accident and to the risk and unsecure condition to the consumers. These car parts were considered to be failure as they were mostly defective even at the stage of production itself. Car manufacturing can be as simple as assembly of the parts obtained from their suppliers. However, they should be more concerned with ensuring that the product is properly functioning in the correct order before it is assembled. Failure of the car part is not responsibility of Proton since these parts are not being manufactured. They merely assemble certain car parts and produce the finished product in the form of cars. Proton is essentially doing the right thing, but being right is not enough when it comes to ethics. Ethic way manufacturing emphasize and question the beauty of Proton to ensure the safety of the goods and consumer, whether or not it makes automotive parts. Therefore, since the car part fails, the responsibility rests with Proton rather than the car part maker. This blame lead to the bad reputation and the brand image is therefore affected. Okay, that's all for the problem to Proton. Uh, we will move to the recommendation by Fazlin.
Alright, the next one is a recommendation. For all of the problems, what Proton should do, or any suggestion that should be done by the company. Alright, the first problem is ineffective management in human resources management, which is Proton should appreciate their involvement, which is the employees, and inputs by conducting annual or monthly employees appraisal programs. So the employee will be encouraged to give full support towards the company, and by the way, not to forget about the training should be continued in order to keep the knowledge of production up to the standard for every employee. And then for the second problem, which is product quality, the Proton should be more strict in choosing. The Proton company should be more strict in choosing suppliers to avoid these particular problems happen. So by choosing the strong reputation company in the industry. So when it comes about strong reputation, of course this is about the high quality product that they serve to the company, to the customer. And because of Proton is a manufacturer company, so car components are parts that play a primary role in obtaining the final outputs. So very important for the product quality, because they are producing machines. So these recommendations should be good to be performed by the company.
That's all from us for the company case study. Okay, thank you for watching.